In the sprawling urban landscape of Los Angeles, specifically in the quiet industrial neighborhood of Sylmar, stands a nondescript building. To the passing driver, it is nothing more than concrete and steel, a warehouse blending into the beige haze of the San Fernando Valley. But inside, it is a fortress. This is a Gardaworld cash storage facility, a modern-day dragon's den holding hundreds of millions of dollars in cash, destined for businesses and ATMs across Southern California. It is designed to be impenetrable. Seismic sensors, motion detectors, silent alarms, and walls of reinforced concrete. But on Easter Sunday, March 31, 2024, the impenetrable was penetrated. And they didn't use dynamite, they didn't use guns, they used silence. This is the story of the Easter Sunday heist, a crime so sophisticated, so clean, that it has left the FBI bafflingly impressed and the world asking one question: how do you make $30 million vanish into thin air? Let's rewind. It's a holiday weekend. The streets are quieter than usual. Families are gathering, businesses are closed. It is the perfect cover for a crime that requires time. The crew, whose identities remain a ghost story, didn't attack the front door. They didn't ram the gates. They went up. The initial point of entry was the roof. Now, accessing a roof is one thing, but cutting through it without triggering a vibration sensor is an engineering marvel. We aren't talking about a tin roof on a shed. We are talking about layers of industrial roofing material, likely reinforced, designed specifically to stop this exact scenario. Yet somehow, under the cover of darkness, they carved a path, a portal into the belly of the beast. Once inside, the complexity of the operation truly reveals itself. This wasn't a smash and grab. This was a surgical procedure. The thieves navigated the internal labyrinth of the facility. They knew exactly where the blind spots were. But the true masterpiece of this crime was the vault itself. We are talking about a vault that rivals bank reserves. Heavy steel, timed locks, digital codes. The police sources later revealed that the thieves managed to breach the vault without setting off the alarm system. Think about that. These systems are wired to detect heat, sound, and pressure changes. To defeat them implies insider knowledge or a hacking capability that belongs in a Hollywood blockbuster, not a Sylmar warehouse. They didn't blow the door, they bypassed it. Once inside the vault, the sheer logistics of the theft come into play. $30 million in cash is not just a number, it is a physical burden. Assuming the bills were a mix of denominations, likely 20s and hundreds, the weight would be immense. We are talking about hundreds of pounds of paper. Moving that amount of volume back up through a hole in the roof? Or did they find a side exit once the alarms were disabled? The effort required to physically transport that much cash suggests a team, a well-coordinated assembly line of criminals moving in silence. They worked through the night. No sirens wailed, no police cruisers screeched to a halt. The neighborhood slept soundly, completely unaware that history was being made down the street. By the time the sun rose on Monday morning, the crew was gone. The hole in the roof was likely covered or obscured. The facility looked untouched from the outside. It wasn't until Monday morning that the employees returned. Imagine the scene. The coffee is brewing, the guards are starting their shift. Someone goes to the vault, perhaps to prepare a shipment for an armored truck. They input the code, the heavy door swings open, and then the void. Shelves that should have been stacked with bricks of currency were empty. A gaping hole in the side of the building or the safe, the debris on the floor, the realization hitting them like a physical blow. $30 million. Gone. Panic ensues. The LAPD is called, the FBI is called. This immediately escalates from a burglary to a major federal case. The Los Angeles Police Department's Mission Division station responds, but it quickly becomes clear this is out of their league. This is one of the largest cash heists in the history of Los Angeles, surpassing even the infamous Dunbar armored robbery of 1997, where $18.9 million was taken. The investigation begins, but the leads are scarce. The first theory, and the most obvious one, is the inside job. How did they know the alarm schematics? How did they know the roof was the weak point? How did they know exactly how much cash would be there on a holiday weekend? The level of intel required suggests that someone who knew the facility's heartbeat was involved. The FBI starts interviewing every employee, past and present. They scrub through background checks, looking for debts, sudden lifestyle changes, or grudges. But what if it wasn't an inside job? What if this was a crew of high-end professionals who fly into a city, hit a target, and fly out before the crime is even discovered? We've seen similar tactics in Europe and South America, where highly specialized gangs target cash depots. They use drones for surveillance, Wi-Fi sniffers to hack security networks, and thermal imaging to spot sensors. Another puzzling aspect is the lack of physical evidence. Usually, criminals leave something behind: a footprint, a tool, a strand of hair. But early reports suggest the scene was scrubbed clean. These thieves wore gloves, masks, perhaps even Tyvek suits to prevent DNA shedding. They were ghosts. The media frenzy begins. News helicopters circle the building, zooming in on the patched patch of the roof, the boarded-up side of the building. The world loves a heist because it feels victimless, even though it isn't. It's money stolen from a corporation, insured and faceless. But the reality is, this money fuels the economy, and its theft signals a terrifying vulnerability in our financial infrastructure. As weeks turn into months, the silence from the authorities is deafening. No arrests, no named suspects, just the staggering figure: $30 million. Where is the money now? Is it buried in the desert? Is it being laundered through casinos in Las Vegas or cryptocurrencies? Or is it sitting in a storage unit waiting for the heat to die down? Laundering $30 million in physical cash is harder than stealing it. You can't just walk into a bank and deposit it. You have to clean it. This means the heist wasn't the end of the crime. It was just the beginning. The crew now has to navigate the treacherous waters of the underworld, paying off fences, buying assets, and trying not to get killed for their share. The Easter Sunday heist of 2024 will go down in history. Whether they are caught or not, the audacity of the crime is undeniable. It serves as a stark reminder that no matter how thick the walls, no matter how advanced the technology, there is always a way in. For now, the vault in Sylmar stands as a monument to a perfect crime. And somewhere, a group of people are sitting on a fortune, hoping that silence remains their best friend.